hookups
Well,
on Tinder.
it's objectification from men to women
Yeah.
and commodification of men from women. Like,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's
was it you
perfect.
that said, in the same way that porn has skewed men's expectations of women, OnlyFans has skewed women's expectations of men?
Make this look good.
Pretty girls party with Peanut.
What's up, y'all? It's Mulatto, and you know Pretty Girls Party with Peanut.
Yo, it's your player partner 2 Chainz, and right now I'm rocking with Peanut.
What up, dude? This your boy Peanut the People's Nut, man. Back with another one. You already know what it is, but I still gotta repeat it. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a guru. I'm just a practitioner of life giving helpful advice. I don't pretend to know. But shout out to all my new subscribers I gained this week, man. I appreciate y'all helping and supporting your boy. I'm on my way to that 100 subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. But let's jump right into it. Is this modern ideology from both men and women causing marriage to be obsolete? Something that probably we won't see large numbers of people doing it in the near future. But because this is a male channel, and I'm a male, so I only can speak on a male perspective, we're going to cover it from a male's point of view. First, let's get a first grade understanding of what ideology is and how does it affect you in your life. Ideology is something that you believe, and then something that you believe governs your actions and how you interact with one another. So, since we got that out the way, this new modern ideology from both men and women, we all know that there always have been men that objectify women, that only saw them as sexual objects or sexual conquests and everything like that. But by large, there were more men that wanted to get married. They wanted to have a family. And the best way for that was marriage and to just court a woman, because women were a little bit more reserved with giving up the But nowadays, you have a lot of modern women that feel that they are equal to men in that regard. So they don't understand men value purity versus women valuing a dude that know what he's doing in the bed. Because what have been their complaint for years. You don't know where the clit is at. You don't do all of this. But it's a whole selfish mentality of me, what you get from a lot of modern women, which is a new ideology, that they don't care what a man desires or what a man wants or anything. It's all about what I want and what I'm getting from the relationship. So that's why they don't do the things, which is save themselves, which is what has been the burden of women since eons. The purity, saving themselves, especially if you want an outcome of a good husband or a good mate, or finding someone that you can connect with on a long-term basis. So this whole, oh, you're going to take me with my high body count and still have these traditional ways, that comes from a selfish mindset, because that's not what most men desire. And most men continue to say this. So it's that women don't understand that men seriously value purity, especially if the end goal for a woman is to get married. Because again, you can sleep with so many different men. You can sleep with a lot of us, but that doesn't mean that these men want to keep you and invest their resources, invest their time into you. Most of us will invest a certain level of all of that only to get the butt, but you won't get that emotional investment that a lot of women crave, that emotional connection, that deep things that they crave, and that only is built over time or a long period of time. But man, today's clips come from Modern Wisdom. You should definitely go check out his podcast, man. He's always dropping great episodes for both men and women and just modern wisdom and motivation stuff. So you probably should swing over there and check him out, man. But we're gonna jump into this clip. Let's listen to these men discuss the new transactional relationship that women have with men.
I know. And do you know what's worse, right? Is that the few that are in the generations that are coming up now are totally fucked by leftist ideology. The way that young women, view men is evil. It is purely as a transaction, as in they are essentially prostitutes, every single one, and they don't even realize it. And the young men,
What do you mean?
view women as trophies. Women are now just, again, they're not people. They don't view each other as people. The thing. A human being is a three-dimensional thing. It's got a material component, and then it's got an emotional component and a spiritual component. Like the metaphysics we ascribe to what is a person and the thing that we consider. You're not just Chris. You're you're not just the body of Chris. You are a personality. I'm considerate of you when I'm talking to you and things like this. When you message me on Facebook, like, hey man, how's it going? So I don't just send you a link to my OnlyFans, right, and ask you to subscribe. But that's how a generation of women have been trained by feminists to view men, in order not to be oppressed by the patriarchy, right? And so these women, I think, have been essentially made unable to love men as people, right? They don't really see them as people. They view them as a kind of competition, competitors on a playing field. And the young men don't know what to do. And so now they're just following their base instincts of, I should try and have sex. I should try and see a woman naked. And therefore that's flattening a woman down to merely her biological components. Now it's not even romance, it's not about falling in love. It's about send nudes. It's about hookups.
Well, it's objectification from men to women and commodification of men from women. Like, was it you that said, in the same way that porn has skewed men's expectations of women, OnlyFans has skewed women's expectations of men? Almost, there's these role models of women that are in a society that says, girls, you can be a girl boss too, clap back, don't settle for less, be a boss bitch, all of this stuff, be a career woman. And also some of the most successful career women that are the ones who are using the lowest form of female value to the world as their way to climb this dominance hierarchy. It's not good. I don't think it's good for women. I don't think it's good for men either.
It's terrible for society in general.
So in the simplest form, this transactional relationship that most women are trying to have with men, it's kind of like prostitution. If I do this sexual favor for you, you have to pay my bills. You got to do this. You got to take me out here. It's still money or something, a currency being exchanged for your sexual favor. So the simplest form of it is prostitution. And a lot of modern women don't look at it like that because of feminism. My body, my choice. I'm liberated. I can do whatever I want, all this other stuff. But they don't understand the consequences that come with that. Like he said, in the end, these girl bosses, they make all these accolades from their sexual prowess and everything like that. But then when they get to the pinnacle of it, they always look around like, so where did all the good men go? You scared them away, baby girl. You scared them away from your actions and your behavior. You showed that we weren't needed. So you can't cry about it later on. That's why you have so many men on the internet and women keep preaching about the wall. The wall is inevitable. I know you see your mama. You think your mama would look that way when she was 20? I know you seen your grandma. So at some point, you know that your looks are going to fade. So all of this is a short-sighted view of things. Like what my mom used to always say to me, you better start looking past your nose. Some of y'all can't see past your nose despite your face. And you having a short-sighted view about how life works and plays out until you actually get there, instead of taking heed to the information that's being given to you in these podcasts and all these other forms. The oldest idea is that this is new. And one of the oldest ideas that most people have, that it's not going to be me. But unfortunately, most of the time, it does end up being you, especially if you're doing things opposite of what the norm is considered. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the one to get the shit end of the stick. But you have to continue to let these people experience life on their own terms. That is one of the beautiful parts about living here in America, that this is a big melting pot. It's not a one-size-fits-all for everybody. So be cautious if you hear a lot of these red pill people and these feminists talking absolutes, because nothing is really absolute. And like I said, that's the beautiful part about being in a free country or free society. You're going to interact with people that you may disagree with or that you don't have the same beliefs with. You just have to learn how to maneuver around them and don't let their decisions affect your life. But a lot of this stuff is starting to affect everybody's life, because we still continue to have declining birth rates. Crime is going up everywhere. You see way more women seeming like they're going to be incarcerated, acting out and everything like that. So at some point, we do have to speak up. We do have to be like, hey, y'all did it this way for so long. How about we try it back the old traditional way that seemed to have worked? It may not work for everybody, but it worked for mostly people. That's why some traditions, the good traditions, they withstand the test of time. That's how you know it's true, if it continues to withstand the test of time. Because Father Time is undefeated in so many other realms. But this is your boy Peanut the People's Nut, man. Until next time, you already know what to do. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. It's your boy Peanut the People's Nut. Peace!
She making me nervous. I look calm on the service. I look good on the service. Shorty, she came with a purpose. She making me nervous. I look calm on the service, man. I look good on the service.